Alright, going and jumping into the next figure in the action figure review. We got Drax from Volume 3. Once again, being the matching blue outfits. Overall, looking great. The figure overall is amazing. Glad to have it. Without further ado, let's just go and jump right into this action figure review. Alrighty, once again, we do got Drax here. He is looking great with this suit. To go ahead and put some promotional art or a poster on the left side, you can go ahead and see it's basically the same suit as everyone else's, with just some minor differences. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a close look at this suit. Go ahead and get started. Once again, the suit is basically the same what we've seen with everyone else's, with the blue and red. First of all, with the legs, what I have realized, it's the exact same one as on previous figures of Drax. I currently only at the moment have the Volume 1 version, but as you can see, it is the same leg, just with different paints. With the head sculpt, it is a brand new head sculpt, as we can go ahead and see, and I do think it looks pretty good overall. I think they did amazing with the head sculpts overall with all these figures. Looking at the chest piece, what I have realized is with the guys of the Guardians of the Galaxy, they have a little bit of a raised emblem. You see there, while the females in the group, like Nebula and Mantis on the figures, it is just kind of dull and does have nothing raised on. Oh, let's go and fix Nebula. As you can see there. But overall, the suits look amazing with the arms and everything. It looks a little different from what we've seen in the past. I think the arms are brand new, the torso area is new, everything upwards is new, and the lower half is all overused with this figure. To go ahead and get into the accessories for Drax, he does come with his two knives, and that's it. I'm actually looking at these knives. They are the exact same ones we have gotten previously. The only difference that I am currently seeing is that the paint is not as done as well as they did on the previous ones. To go and bring in one of the previous ones of the Drax knives, as you can see here, there's a lot more like paint towards it. It doesn't look as dull as the newer one. Overall, I would have preferred more of these, but I'm still glad we got the knives overall. But those are the only accessories that we do have when it does come along with Drax. Alright, just to go and jump right into articulation with Drax, you can go ahead and get him looking up a little to nothing, and looking down, you won't even look down at all. With his arms, you can go ahead and get him up to a 9 degree, or a little less than 9 degree, and you should have no issues with this little flap up here, but it's actually less than what we were seeing with the Star-Lord. He does have the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows with the pinless technology, and with his hands, you can have them hinge back that far and forward that much. With the chest, you can go ahead and get him to crunch that much forward and that much backwards. With the waist, you can get him to have that waist swivel, so you have no issues turning him, and the belt is on a loose, so it's not attached to him, so you can go ahead and slide it up if you need to, or down to go ahead and get him to turn. With his legs, you can go ahead and get him kicking up forward that far and then kicking back little to nothing at all. With his legs, he does have the thigh cut, and you can go ahead and see he does also have the double jointed knees, but these are the pin ones. And with his legs, he do not have any boot swivel. And with the feet, you can go ahead and hinge it back that far, move it forward that much, and it does have ankle pivot. Overall, the articulation with Drax is pretty good, similar to any of the other Drax figures we have had in the past. It will be same to the one that we are seeing now. The only difference is, rather than him being shirtless, he does have a shirt on, but overall the articulation is same to every other Drax that we've had in previous versions. Sorry, with the size comparison, I do have my Volume 1 Drax next to the new Volume 3. Overall, they look pretty well next to each other. I am seeing with the Volume 3 one, he is just a little bit taller than the Volume 1 version, but overall, I like it a lot. I actually like his build on this one. I think it fits more to Drax than this one. This one, he's a little bit smaller, while this one has a little bit of length or width-wise of the shoulders that I think looks more fitting towards Drax. To go ahead and get rid of this Volume 1 version and move Drax to the middle, let's go ahead and bring in, for reference, we'll have Nebula coming in and putting her right next to Drax. I don't know if she'll stand up properly. And then we will once again bring in Star-Lord, just because I think it's fitting to have him standing next to the Guardians. So with him as well, here is the size comparison between the three of them if he'll stay. Overall, I think that works pretty well. I think that is the exact size difference I'd like to see between all three of these figures. Drax is a bigger guy, so I expect him to have that height. I would have preferred him to be a little bit taller, you know, reaching just a little bit shorter than Drax, but overall I don't mind no height difference. With Nebula, I think this works well. Overall, I like how the line is coming with all these suits together. Just to go ahead and bring Mantis in the front, just so we can see the 4 current ones that I have reviewed all together. I think this looks great. I think they look all amazing with the suits that match together. To get my final thoughts on this figure, I am liking it overall, even though majority of it is being reused with the legs, as you can see. Well, I didn't mention, but they do have the pins compared to the arms that are new that have pinless. Overall, I do like this Drax figure. Once again, like I mentioned, I don't know how long they're going to be in these suits for the movie. If it's going to be for the entire movie or just like 30 seconds, because that's what they did with the Thor one. We got a bunch of the outfits for Thor, and he wasn't even in those outfits for long in the movie. So overall, I'm excited to see how they do end up like looking in the movie with these suits. But I do like this Drax. If you have an opportunity to pick him up, I would highly recommend him. This was one of the ones I actually did not think I was going to like as much until I got him in hand and I started posing him around, and I actually liked how he looked around with the other the Guardians. So overall, give this figure a 7 out of 10. If you have an opportunity to pick him up, I would recommend it just to go ahead and complete your Guardians line. But like always, I like to go ahead and thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you next time with an action figure review.